ऐसे हुआ वो, तो जोर से बोल, रुक रुक यार, मेरे को नहीं पता, मेरा बेस्ट एडवाइस। हाँ चल बोल, बोल बोल बोल, मैं बोलती हूँ। Okay, I think I told you in the start only. I've never had a boy best friend ever.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I've
told me that.
never ever had a boy best friend because it just never worked out as friends. So you were like, like, yeah, okay, and all of that stuff. And I just didn't know that we would be here. Like, we would be such
Exactly.
good friends. Like, I
Yeah.
just didn't know. But it just happened and we built this friendship. It's not like
Yeah.
we just like
It's
out
not.
of the
It
blue were
didn't
like,
happen like
hi, we're
that.
best friend or something.
Yeah. We took like the best part about you. I feel is that there's this one thing I will tell you. Okay. So I was listening to this on Insta, and I was telling this to another friend of mine also, and that is like there was Mother Teresa. Okay. And I think she was in the middle of a famine. Okay, there was barely any food anywhere. So a guy came up to her and told her that there is a Hindu family somewhere who has not been eating for the past 2-3 days because they didn't have food, right? And so Mother Teresa takes like a handful of rice with both her hands and goes to that house, and she meets a mother over there, and the mother is carrying a child in her hand. So she keeps the child down and she takes that rice from Mother Teresa and she splits it into two, and she goes, okay. And she comes back. When she comes back, she has only one part of that rice over there. And when she comes back, Mother Teresa asks her like, what happened to that other part of the rice? And she was like, we are hungry, but there is another family over there who is also hungry, who hasn't eaten for a long time, and that was a Muslim family. So Mother Teresa talks about the fact that she was not surprised by the fact that she gave that rice or something. She was not surprised by the fact that she shared the rice and everything. She was surprised by the fact that in her suffering, she could allow and acknowledge another person's suffering. And that's the beautiful quality in you that you have, where you have been going through such bad phases. And when I was going through that bad phase, you were always texting me like, Anish, are you okay? Anish, are you fine? Anish, are you having your medicines? Anish, are you drinking lots of water? And that's just beautiful about you. So thank you.
I
Thank you
didn't
for just
expect this
thank
coming.
you for just existing.
Thank you so. Oh my god! I mean, welcome. Look at me being like, thank you. I was supposed to say thank you for appreciating me, but yeah, thank you for appreciating me. And you're most welcome. I mean, that really touched me. That's good. I'm really happy.
Yeah,
Don't
I
know how
hope.
to react.
Also, because I was about to ask Madhura this, I could not ask her because I forgot about that whole thing. What do you think are my good habits and my bad habits? Just for me to know.
Okay, your good habits and
You
your
can
bad
you can
habits.
name as many. You
I
have the
know.
full freedom. जितना
Okay,
भड़ास
your
निकालना है निकाल लो.
okay, ठीक है. Do we start with bad or good? Because bad, I will actually have to think.
Or
Not
things that I can work on. Things that I
things
can
that we
get
can
better
work on.
on.
Oh yeah. Okay, fine. So we'll start with good. I'll get you up here and then I'll get you down. So the good things about you that I think I personally feel as much as I know you now is that you are somebody who will always put the person in front of you forward. Like you will always like if you are like close to me, it's the similar thing. Like why we connected is because we are same here in this aspect. Ki agar you and me are going through something, like if you are falling apart in like maybe a friendship is falling apart for you and so is mine, right? Like a friendship is falling apart for me and we both are like okay and somehow we fall in trouble together. I have noticed that like we are mentally gone at the same time. So it's like something's happening with you, so something's happening with me. And I'm like, Anish, ye ho gaya. And you're like, Ayat, ye ho gaya. And you're just gonna be like, oh, ye ho gaya tere saath. Okay, wait, listen. Like, can I call? Okay, wait, I'm like video calling you. Okay, wait. And then next thing I know, there's a 10-minute ka voice note just there. And where you are like, okay, listen, you can do this. Why don't you like do that and this and that? So, and then I'm just that person who will forget to like, I'll listen to it and I'll reply in my head and मैं भूल जाऊंगी to actually reply. And the next thing I know is that I have another big paragraph like typed out. Like you are that person. Like it's been like so many times that you won't hold grudges. And you will actually be there for that person even when you are going through something. So that is beautiful. So I really like that about you. And
Thank you.
somewhere at some parts I feel कि I do the same. So मेरे को वो बहुत relate हो गया with you. And I really like that about you. And you have a very caring and nurturing nature. So that's also something really good about you. That's why you make friends easily. And you're inquisitive. Like you want to know about stuff. Like ऐसा क्यों है और वैसा क्यों है and all of that. And oh my god, is this going to be like Anish ki like good stuff about Anish? I could sit here. Yeah, Janma Katha, like how we say, like I could sit here just like talking and talking and talking, but these are like the top qualities. There are more, but the top qualities that I would like people to know about you is this. And also, you are like, you always want to try new things and you're very innovative and you're very creative. So, hence the podcast. Hence the
Yes.
podcast. So,
Okay, now
that's
things I
that.
can work
And
on.
back
How?
now the things you can work on. So I think the things you can work on is that yourself, because I feel ki you know yourself but you don't really know yourself.
Hmm.
It's like you know what you want in life. If true, to break this down simple, it's like you know what you want in life and you know how to get it, but at the same time you do not know how to protect your own self, your own peace, and your own like like because you try to be there for everyone, right, all the time.
So I end
And
up not being there for myself.
yes, you end up not being there for yourself, and you try to see so much good in people that if anybody tries to wrong you, you will still feel like, oh, they are doing it. You'll try to find a valid reason to why they are doing wrong to you, like, oh no, they must be doing that because they are going through this.
Yeah,
So you'll try
I
to
kind of give excuses for another person's bad behavior.
yes, which is not okay all the time, because there is there is your self as well that you have to protect. We all have to protect ourselves also. That's also a topic to talk about how you need to protect your mental peace, your mental sanity, because if you are not there for you, you will not be able to be there for somebody else.
Anybody else, yeah. I
That's
love
that.
this point where you got that whole part about if you are not there for yourself, then you won't be able to be there for any other
Yeah,
person.
that's very
That
true.
is self-care, A lot of
That's self.
people think of self-care. As soon as self-care becomes selfish, that becomes the wrong part. But when you take care of yourself to make sure that the people around you are in a much better environment and get a much better version of you, that becomes the true version of self-care. So now is the last part of the whole podcast, and that is the rapid fire. Okay, so there's no pressure over here because there are no right answers. Whatever you have learned in your life, whatever you want to share with the people, you can do that.
So what the answers should be short, or
Yeah, the answers can be short.
the one word answer, or is it like
No. It can be like a one sentence, very in brief, whatever you can tell. The first question. Look at her, she's so nervous. So the first question, what is the best advice that you've ever received?
the best advice I've ever received? The best advice I've ever received. I think the best advice I've ever received is that work on yourself for you. That is something that is the best advice for me, because I always try to be good because this, like because this person, because that person, because this, because that. Unless I found out that you can actually work on yourself for yourself, and when you do that, not in a selfish way, that's when you can achieve so many things, like so many. All your goals can be achieved. So I feel that that is one of the best advices that I've heard.
I love that. I love that. So the second question I wanted to ask is, if there was one rule that you wanted everyone to follow in this world, what would that particular rule be?
A rule that I would like everybody to follow. I think I would really, really want everybody to be compassionate, like a little bit more generous, a little bit more loving. Compassionate, as in like people who like feel a little extra for others, who try to listen a little bit extra to others, who feel other people's problems and their needs and their requirements, like those kind of things. Like because I feel that when you start build, like having this quality within you, that time the world becomes just a different and a better place to live in. When you feel for the other person, you are not going to hurt them, okay, and in turn that person is not going to hurt you. So that way we all
Absolutely.
would rather be in a much better mental place than we are right now. So I feel that that's one quality I would like everybody to have, just so that it's much easier to go on with your life.
Yeah, just so that the world becomes a much better place and the people get more kinder.
Much better
Yeah.
business. Yes.
The last question, it is to promote radical thinking. Radical thinking is like when you believe in a certain thought that most other people will not believe. So what is that kind of thought or belief that you have that the most of the other people may not believe?
Um, I think similar to the previous question I answered, it's that only because I have many people who tell me ki, you are just being a little too bothered. They use the word like bothered,
Yeah,
a little, like it's like not bothered, I'm just concerned. And there is like
yeah.
a difference, I believe, in just like bothering, being bothered, or like being concerned. I feel
People
there's a
people
fine
think
line or
people think kindness is a weakness. It's not a weakness.
yes, like I have had so many people tell me that you're just weak, like you just cry so easily, and you
Mhm.
just like why do you want to feel so much for others? Like just live your life. Like why do you want to like always be? And also that gets mistaken in why do you want to be in everybody's business? Like it's not like
Hmm.
that, like
You
there
were just
is
concerned.
a difference in being concerned, like comforting somebody and disturb, like not giving them their space.
Hmm.
There is a difference. Like even when it's you and me and like you have a problem, like I'm damn sure that we comfort each other, but we
Yeah.
do give each other the space ki
Space
baba
and
you
time.
also think over it.
Yeah,
Like it's like I'll
definitely.
tell you ki Anish, this is what I feel you should do. Now you sit and you think
Yeah,
what you want to do about it. And that's
absolutely.
important. Like it's not like you're constantly calling me like, hello, did you like implement what I told you? Did you like do what I told you? What do you nahi, like it's like, are you fine? ठीक है, अब you're fine ना, अभी सो जा, take rest, take your tablets, सो जा. Instead of like
Absolutely.
again and again. So there is a difference. And many people just want to leave people alone. Like छोड़ देना, तेरे को क्या है? Let that person do what they
Hmm.
want. तू अपना कर ले. एंड मेरे को लगता है उधर वो सेल्फिशनेस आ जाता है. लाइक I want to be there for the people I love. I want to be there in their problems and all of that stuff. That's one stigma. There are many people who believe in this, like many, even people in and around you who are close to you might be having the same thinking. And because it's really common that abhi to that attitude ही हो जाए कि भाड़ में जाने दे, don't care. All the quotes also on the internet are just like live your life, don't care about others, move on, yeah, and go and go. So just as a person that I am, I want the warm, loving nature from everybody. I just feel that
Yeah.
that's something that
Yeah. I noticed this part and I want to talk about it. You know that I've had a very recent bond which has been very sensitive for me, and it has been one of the most important bonds in my life. Um, and that bond particularly opened up a very sensitive side to me. You know, a very emotional, a very a part that made me empathize with people, and I take that as a superpower. I don't take that as a weakness. Like, we end up telling people not to cry, we end up telling people not to feel sad, but the same thing, if you're feeling happy, another person will not tell you don't feel happy. But if a
Exactly.
person is feeling sad, you will tell that person ki don't feel sad, you have only this much time to feel sad and stuff like that. Why do we do that? If it's an emotion, every emotion should be felt. When you don't feel a certain emotion, when you block that emotion will come out in the form of anger. That is bad.
Exactly.
So
That's
I
bad.
love that. I
You
love
can't
that.
bottle you can't bottle up your emotions because you might bottle it up like right now, and it's going to explode into other emotions which you don't even expect, like anger, frustration, depression. It all comes by just like bottling up your emotions, and I feel like you shouldn't do that. You should just feel everything so it's easier later, you know.
So yeah, thank you for this whole podcast. Like, I know you've not been you haven't been going through the best of phases, and even I have not been going through the best of phases. So, but we still made
Likewise.
it out. We still made it
We
out.
made it out. We shot the podcast,
Yeah,
and I think it's a really good one. Like, I can't wait to
yeah.
sit back and watch everything and all that we spoke about because it was so much from the heart and
And
it was
also the
so
part
much
where
fun.
all your customers were coming in and we had to pause and we had to cut it out.
Oh my god, if we can give them a BTS of everything, like if we can just have a BTS, because there have been times where I'm like, 1 minute, and then I just run down because I have customers and all of
Yeah,
that stuff. Like, it's been,
yeah,
but we made it. We did it.
yeah, we
We
did it.
did it.
I loved it. I loved it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Welcome, Anish. And I wish you all the very best. And today I am your guest, and I hope you have many, many, many more beautiful, talented people that you get to meet and talk to. And I hope that there are many others who come and share their experiences and their thoughts on your podcast. And I'm damn sure you are starting here, but I'm damn sure down the line, over the years, we're going to see some really, really familiar people and some really good videos.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Ah.
So when I say teaching, profession by chance and profession by choice. So when someone is in the profession by choice, they will love the profession. And someone who's in the profession by chance, they are just doing their job. They're just doing what they're supposed to be doing. And it's just like the normal routine, monotonous job that people are in.